The FBI intends to meet its one-week deadline, even with this expanded scope of the inquiry, but it's working under a lot of pressure. Jeff Pegues is reporting out this story for us. So, Jeff, tell us what you've been hearing.
Yeah, well, as you said, this is going to be another long week. And, of course, this is no ordinary inquiry. That's what they're calling it. It's essentially a background check. A former top FBI official who's been in contact with those involved in the inquiry at the Bureau described a war room atmosphere around this case. Agents are talking to the people at the core of the allegations, then working their way out to try to corroborate the information. One former top FBI official who is familiar with these inquiries says that includes trying to locate records from a grocery store where Mark Judge worked. A lawyer for Judge, who Christine Blasey Ford alleges was in the room when the attack took place, says Judge spoke with the FBI, but his interview has not been completed. Judge previously said that he did not recall the events described by Ford in her testimony. A lawyer for Patrick Smith, who Ford also alleges was at the party, said in a statement that Smith has fully cooperated with the FBI, but he indicated he has no knowledge of the small party or gathering described. Now, because this is an inquiry and not an investigation or criminal probe, the FBI cannot compel anyone to talk to them, and these witnesses have no obligation to cooperate. And at its conclusion, the FBI will present an interview, summaries of the interviews and corroborating materials to the White House. But of course, they're not going to come up with any conclusions. In this case, the White House is the client, and they are delivering this background check product to the client.
So given that it's not going to exonerate anybody or condemn anybody in particular, it's just gathering of evidence and information, how does the FBI feel about having to do this?
Listen, this is another one of those cases where there's dread within the FBI. Why? Because once again, they're thrust into the center of a political firestorm. And
yeah,
no
and they
matter
don't want to be politicized.
Well, exactly. It's like the Russia investigation in a way for them. So, you know, they're caught in the middle of this storm, and no matter which way this goes, they're not going to come out smelling like a rose. And I did talk to a former assistant director of the FBI, Chris Wecker, who says, you know, they're going to have their best agents on this case, and they're going to treat it like any other background check for the FBI, and they're going to do this just like it were any other case.
Yeah. That's why I think what you just said about reporting that it's really an inquiry and not an investigation.
Exactly.
I think setting people's expectations
is very important. And you also point out that no matter how it turns out, a whole lot of people on one side are not going to be happy.
Well,
yeah.
no matter what, no matter what this is heading.
Yeah,
right?
The Federal Bureau of Handling Hot Potatoes. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.